It's time for our monthly update, and sometimes it's just fun to kind of show you guys what we do rather than just type about it. This month has been busy, but not as busy with manual labor as it's been, which is great. I've installed solar panels. We're finally completely off the grid. We have a water maker, meaning that if we're in the ocean somewhere and there is sunshine and there is ocean water, we have everything we need to survive, which is great. And again, we couldn't have done that without you guys. That also means that we're basically ready to leave. We've been sailing a lot, trying to get more experience, and we were actually out just this morning. We were tacking around, and Cameron is really getting a good grasp on the ropes, and we're docking and going through locks, and yeah, just practicing, which has been great. Yeah, we're waiting for the borders to open up. The Bahamas is supposed to be our first stop. We have ministry contacts there, a pastor that is currently still trying to rebuild his church, I think, after the hurricane. So we'll go over there first and see how we can be of aid, and potentially start up some ministry. And that'll be our first stop, and we'll continue to gain experience. But first we have to wait for the borders to open. So we're praying very hard that the borders will open before June 16th, because that's when my visa for the US runs out. And, well, I obviously have to leave. So far, everything's looking like it might just work out. So we're trusting God, and we're standing in faith that it'll happen.
Yeah, and we're also believing for Ocean's passport to come before then, before we leave. So that is another thing that you can be standing in faith with us. Of course, we are trusting in God, just like Stefan was saying, and believing that it'll all work out, which God has definitely come through for us in the past and has made a way when there seems no way. So we are not afraid at all. And speaking of Ocean, he is doing well. He is 2 months old, and at his last checkup, he was 11 pounds and 9 ounces and 24 inches long.
He's already standing, and he's 2 months old, which is apparently impressive.
He's standing, he's...
As we hold him.
Yeah, of course. He's doing that. He's trying to roll over. We put him on his tummy. He's very interested in his toys. He likes to grab them and hit them and put them in his mouth, and he loves his fingers, and he's gaining a great personality, and we love getting to see that blossom. Also, when it comes to sailing, I was a little intimidated at first. I was nervous to see what life would look like as a sailor, but also as a mother to a young infant. I realized in this time that in my weakness I am strong through him, and I cannot do this lifestyle in my own strength and in my own knowledge and in my own wisdom and in my own abilities, but I completely have to rely on the Lord.
And it's not just sailing, it's like with everything that came to this boat. We showed up in January, which is only 4-ish months ago, not even having seen the boat really. Well, I guess we'd seen it, but that was it. And in 4 months, I feel like I could take this boat apart and rebuild it and have no issues. I've learned so much, and before we started this, I was praying that God would give me a supernatural retention of knowledge and understanding of these systems, and God has given it. I can't say anything else but that. It's been incredible to step out onto the water, into the boat, I think. But to find that in stepping out and in taking a leap of faith, God is actually super faithful, and He's sustaining us, not just with knowledge and skills and confidence, but also in materials and equipment. And He's just constantly providing. He is so faithful throughout this season of pandemic. We actually haven't noticed anything of that. God is just God, and God is good. So let that be an encouragement for you also. If He can do it for us, He can do it for you. If there's anything that you're kind of like, well, I feel like God may be calling me to do this or this, just do it. Jump in the water, and you'll see that you don't actually have to swim. You can walk on water, because that's what God does.
Yeah. Even if it seems completely impossible and you have no idea how it's going to work out, know that God is a way maker. He's made a way in the past, and God is constant. His character is constant. It's never going to change, and He's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And yeah.
And it's not like we're super Christians. We just trust God and we just believe in Him. In other words, if God can do it in our lives, He can also do it in yours. So I just want you to be encouraged and to take that step of faith, to walk out. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you guys. We appreciate your support more than you'll ever fathom. And it sounds like I'm saying that lightly, but I'm not. We're truly, truly very grateful. Until next time.